So here we are in day 2 of our Martin Luther King project. And as you see on today's assignment, it says, do the Ed puzzle, which is this, and then go to your I Have a Dream Google Slides presentation notes and complete the appropriate slides for today. So you are completing the day 2 slides. So you'll just have to go to the top of your classwork page and open up your assignment. You should already have slides 4 and 5 done because you did those yesterday. Today we're going to work on slides 6 and 7. So, day 2, do this work today. Identify 3 literary devices used in this speech and explain their meaning. You already have that done in your literary devices squares. Please go back to the literary devices squares and make sure that you have things correct. Because when I looked at them and reviewed them, I had to make some comments because some of you had it correct and some of you had it incorrect and some of you haven't done them at all, so you're going to have more work to do today than the people who've already done their homework, okay? So I want you to find 3 literary devices and explain why they're meaningful. So like, if I say that he uses anaphora, and the example from the text is where he keeps repeating the words 100 years later, 100 years later, 100 years later, to describe that they're 100 years later than the Emancipation Proclamation and that African Americans still don't have the freedoms they deserve. Then over here, that's what I'm going to write. He repeats 100 years later to underscore the idea that even though black people were freed in the 1863, in the year 1963 when the speech was given, they still are not given the freedoms that they deserve. Okay, so the anaphora, the repetition of 100 years later, just reminds us over and over again they don't have what they deserve. Okay, so it enhances the meaning because he keeps saying it over and over. So 3 literary devices, the specific examples, copy and paste them here, and then analyze their meaning. Slide 7 involves writing a paragraph using races. Day 2, do this work today. Discuss, to what extent have we as a nation fulfilled Martin Luther King's dream for a better America? Explain your response and give specific examples. Use races. So you're restating the prompt. Okay? You are answering the question. You are giving 2 or 3 examples from real life today that help support your opinion, and you are explaining those examples and elaborating on them, telling us why they support your opinion. And then you're ending with S. So what? Why is this important? Why should anybody care? So if you think that we still have a long way to go to fulfill Martin Luther King's dream, you might start by saying, and you just go ahead and type in this box, we have come a long way with civil rights and giving black people the rights that they deserve. However, we still have a long way to go. Okay? And then I would want to think of examples that I know of personally from current day that would help support that idea. So maybe I'm going to say, that although now black people have the right to vote and we've had a black president and, black people significantly turned the tide of the presidential election, actually, in 2020. Okay, it was the votes of black people in city areas in places like Pennsylvania and Georgia that helped overturn those states from being Republican winning states to Democrat winning states. Okay, all those things are really important. But you also might consider, okay, but we also have a Black Lives Matter movement because we still see all kinds of police brutality, from white officers against black folks, yada, yada. Okay, and don't just take and use all my ideas. I'm not saying you can't use them as a springboard, but I'm just trying to explain to you what kind of information you might put here on this slide. So you need to have a multi-paragraph or multi-sentence paragraph here with examples from real life, explanations of those examples, okay? That is all the work that you have to do for today, but it should take you a little bit of time because you should be really thinking about it and writing a solid paragraph here. Okay? If you have any questions, email me, text me, call, and I'm happy to help. Have a great rest of your day.